qu'on allait prendre la route de l'aventure? Ah, monsieur le président. Un pauvre qui vote pour celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger? Ah, monsieur le président. L'Assemblée, il y a un Dieu. Vraiment. Au Sénat, il y a un Dieu. Wonderful. À la présidence, il y a un Dieu. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux, des vieux, des vieux. Des jeunes prennent le chemin de la Libye pour devenir des esclaves. Les jeunes prennent la route du désert pour entrer en Europe. À l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux, c'est de Foucault. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. À la présidence, il y a un vieillard. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux, des vieux, des vieux.
Hi. Good day, the beautiful people of the Cameroons. The beautiful people of Dr. Endeli, British Southern Cameroons, and the beautiful people of Amadou Ahidjo's La République du Cameroon, equal status. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a party political broadcast by myself, Maître Mola Alex Ndiver Singer, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Ladies and gentlemen, change, change, change. Revolution, revolution, revolution. Ladies and gentlemen, in the United Kingdom, is it in 1688, we had a bloodless revolution. They call it glorious revolution. So revolution is not only about guns. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm here to tell you about the power of words. How some people in France, long ago, there was no social media. They used words. They used their pen to bring change in France. And today, they are being respected all over France. So ladies and gentlemen, I just want to ramble today. It's very simple. Sometimes we think, all of us, we must come together to do something. Each and everyone have a part to play to bring change, and it's different. My role on the revolution, change of Cameroon, I'm like a philosopher, I'm like a great thinker. The way I think, and I cannot say everybody come and think like my brain. And there are people who do different things. And when you see people that you do similar things, you can come together where there's common goal. But somebody like myself, I like to talk on my own, like the people that I'm going to talk about them today, 4 of them, they use words to bring revolutionary sentiment to change France. Sometimes, most of you must have heard about the adage, the pen is mightier than the bullet. Words can change the world. One word, one pen can change the world. Is it Otto von Bismarck? He changed something on is it the M-Star telegram? It led to war, just changing one word. So ladies and gentlemen, today I want to say whatever you're doing, insofar as it's going to bring change in the Cameroons, do it. You don't need to be together at one place on the same table to do those things. In South Africa, when they were fighting for equal status in South Africa, all the Mandelas, they were not in the same group or ANC. The Mandela, they were in ANC. You had Sabokwe, who had Pan-African Congress. You have Buthelezi in Freedom, Buthelezi in Qatar Freedom Movement. You had Chris Hani in the Communist Party. You have Joe Slovo in the Communist Party. You have other people. But their focus was what? To bring equal status in South Africa. That was their focus. They don't need to say come together. Ladies and gentlemen, when you come together, La République will send its agent there. They will bribe some people and destroy it. 9 years ago, I said the revolution of Cameroon is like octopus revolution, which means it has got so many heads. Insofar as you go left, you can bring change, you go side. Most people, they don't understand my role. I believe politics is alternative to war. That's my belief. And I am a great thinker. I say things that will make people they think and they bring changes. Because to me, to my mind, the changes that we have had in the Cameroons, I will tell you at the end of this program and how we got it. But I will start by telling you that in France, some people use words to influence the French Revolution. They never had guns. Some of them, they left on exile, they have to left France. Some of them, they came to England because they were talking like myself. Take note, in France, it was a monarchy, absolute monarchy. In the Cameroons, we have a constitution that gives us those rights. But the government of La République du Cameroon, they don't respect their constitution. The things that these philosophers, these great thinkers, they were advocating in France, they did not have it in their constitution. It was absolute monarchy, dictatorship. In Cameroon, in theory, our constitution, we don't have absolute monarchy. We have those rights. But the government of Mr. Biya, the government of Ngongo, the government of Ayolo, the government of Famdongo, the government of Grégoire Ona, they are not following their constitution. That's my problem. I am calling them, follow your laws. They don't torture people. That's what your constitution says. You take people, you lock them up, you torture them. Tell me which law in the Cameroon say you should torture people. There's no law, but you torture people. That's why I'm fighting the government of La République du Cameroon. Ladies and gentlemen, now let's go back to these people who use their pen, words, and change France. The first one is who? Voltaire, a great thinker, French Revolution. Voltaire fled France, ran away and came to Britain and wrote something called the Philosophical Letters of the English. He used words to bring revolutionary sentiment. He used his pen, and he was advocating for what? Simple, civil liberties, freedom of speech, separation between the church and the state, civil liberties. He was calling for the right. We have those civil liberties in the Constitution of La République du Cameroon, Article 65. But the government of Mr. Biya, they don't respect their own laws. They are above the laws. They kill Martinez Zogo. They kill Wazizi. They torture people. They cannot protect Florence Ayafo. They cannot protect our citizens. They kill women and children in the Cameroon. It is the job of the government of La République du Cameroon to use taxpayers' money to protect our people. If some people, criminals, they kill people, you don't blame criminals. You prosecute them. You take them to court. You fight the crime and the causes of crime. Taxpayers are paying you to use their money to protect them, not to embezzle it. Ladies and gentlemen, the second name I'm going to talk about is who? Jean-Jacques Rousseau. He was a great thinker. He used words to change France. Words like Maître Moulin Alexis is talking. No gun. He do what? He wrote what? The social contract. He said, you, Atamdanji, Mr. Molinex, we, the people, gave you power. We have given you some of our liberty so that you should protect us, the social contract. We, the people, we are good by nature. We have given you some liberties, be gendarme, police, Republican Guard. Take that liberty to protect us, not to torture us. So that's why Rousseau changed, influenced the French Revolution by writing the social contract. That the relationship between the governed and the people is what? Social contract. So they don't own us. Biya, Ayolo, Ngongo, they are working for us. They are servants of the people. They should not be threatening to Molinex us. That is why Rousseau talk about social contract. Montesquieu was the next great thinker who talks like me. Some people, their job is to advocate, is to talk. It's not, oh, we go to this group, we talk about this. No, that's not how. Montesquieu did what? Propose what? Separation of powers. Separate judiciary, legislature, and executive. Separate. Why? Checks and balances. So somebody should not be behaving like Mr. Biya, a dictator. That's why he proposed Montesquieu. His idea was separation of power. In the Cameroons, the constitution said Mr. Biya is the executive. And Mr. Biya is the one that can guarantee the independence of the judiciary, which means the judiciary in the Cameroons is not independent. If Mr. Biya doesn't talk, nothing happens. If they arrest somebody, Martinez Zogo, they kill him, it's presidential degree that have to say, oh, arrest this man, try this person. It's the executive doing it, not the judiciary. Police, they are part of the judiciary, but they don't do it. They are not independent. When they commit crime, they don't need to ask the executive. Their job, they should be independent. They investigate the crime. If it has to go to court, it goes to court. That is how it happens. So Montesquieu used words. Words like Maître Mola Alex Diverlisinge, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Another person again, the fourth one was Denis Diderot. He and Lambert, they came out with something they call the Encyclopédie. You have a lot of letters for more than 140 letters, volumes, proposing radical change in France. They had again about 20 volumes of that encyclopedia. So ladies and gentlemen, my message today is that don't bother about Maître Mola Alain Diverlisinge. I'm somebody that I've spent all my life. I talk, I say things, I point the wrong things that the government is doing. And if you look, the only change that we have had in the Cameroons is because we talk. Nothing has changed. If you see what happened when they wanted to change our English educational system, we wake up from CPC Bali at about 2 a.m. in the morning, we walk, we came to Mancom, we stopped all the school. René Zengele did not change our English educational system. That's what we do. We have been doing it. So we are different. If people have other things that they have to do, you cannot come and say, what I'm saying now, we need to come together, everybody, for me to be doing this party political broadcast. I don't need people to do that. Voltaire did not need the whole France to do what he did, to propose for civil liberty. Jean-Jacques Rousseau, rather, did not need the entire France to write the social contract. Montesquieu did not need the whole of France to talk about separation of power. Denis Diderot did not need the entire France to write the Encyclopédie. So we should distinguish these things. Somebody will say, Maître Alex, I like to do. Yes, I do it because my intellectual property, I don't need your brain to do what I'm doing. I use my words, and our words have brought a lot of changes in Cameroon. You know them. Boya University, no guns. We had it. Multipartism, it was us. Liberty Square, protesting. Wakele, Parlement, Yaoundé. They brought multipartism. National Conference, Trapata, it was us in the street again in the Cameroons. They brought it.